Hi, young people. And my voice is kind of coming back, but it may go out. So this is the Uvalde body cam of a Sergeant Daniel Coronado. So anyway, if you want to go watch it, let me show you the link. So I won't have the people crying. It's on this channel, and here's the video. So I'm not going to watch the whole thing because the first few minutes is pretty much makes the point on how they screwed up. But I'm sure there's lots of body cam footage that shows that. So this sergeant is kind of panicked. I get it. These guys don't have a lot of shootings. They're going to be a little wild on the radio. The mind's going to be scattered. They kind of go into panic, but there's some serious issues on why they didn't go and take this guy out immediately. Here we go.
What?
So I can't even tell if this guy's gun is in his holster. Okay, maybe it's not. Maybe he's holding his gun. I can't tell.
Guys, be careful! He might be in that building!
Okay, so they're looking. They don't know where he's at. Confusion.
Okay, Uvalde, they're saying that...
Okay, so when you hear that double beep, that means he's clear to talk. When you hear that solid tone, that means either someone else is talking or his transmission is being, he can't get in the channel. So this double beep means you got the channel and you can talk. So I just want to clear that up for the beeps.
He's possibly in the building on the...
As far as this warning graphic content, I haven't seen anything warning. You hear a couple gunshots, you see smoke. I didn't say anything graphic about any of this, but okay.
Oh shit, shots fired! Get it!
Okay, so at this point, they figure out they're looking for him. And when they hear shots fired over here, they immediately go. Now, the sergeant does say, get in, get in, get in. This is good on his point, giving direction. But he didn't lead and take the lead and go in front and say, let's go. He just started giving orders, and people were like, what?
Oh shit, shots fired! Get inside! Go, go, go!
Okay, so that's good direction. They want to go inside. That's their training. Anytime there's an active shooter, you immediately go to the threat and take him out. So right here, they're complying with their training.
In the head, laying on Dia Street. The one female shot in the head.
So you notice the hairs are standing up. This guy's seriously in fight or flight. I talked about the goosebumps, the vascular. I've got plenty of videos on it. I've got a fight or flight page where I go into it on my thinklikeacop.org. Thinklikeacop.org. If you look up my fight or flight, I explain all this in detail, and I've talked about other videos. But he's in fight or flight.
Shots fired inside the building, Uvalde!
You can tell he's kind of panicking. His voice is crackling. He's screaming. He's slowing down. He's burning out. He got a bit of adrenaline pump, and now he's kind of slowing down a little bit and trying to catch his breath.
Which building?
So he doesn't know the building number. I don't know if the buildings aren't numbered. That's a big problem. I mean, he could have said the far, I think he does say the far building to the east or something later, but he didn't know what building. So he's got people coming, but nobody knows where to go. So you see this cloudy smoke? That can either be from gunfire. When you fire a gun inside, you'll get this. Or someone else said that they think it's the sheetrock. When the bullets went through these sheetrock walls, it created this dust. Could be either or a combo of both. At this point, they need to find out what room and enter. That's the training. He's in this room. Let's go. Either enter in 2 rooms or whatever, shoot through the door, whatever you got to do. Immediate action is the call of the day and what you do on these calls. And this is where they failed. They already know one person was shot in the head, and now they're in a classroom, and there's 1, 2, 3, I think 5 officers here.
can't break. Somebody can break. Careful, guys. Shot fire.
So maybe there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 officers.
Right up. Up, 2, 3 guys right up. There. Can't break in here. Can somebody break?
Now there's no confusion on what room he's in. Protocol is, you go. You know where he's at, you go. These guys stalled, they panicked, and I hate to say it, they were kind of cowards. Backing away from kids getting killed. That's nowhere in the training, that you just back away and let the guy kill kids. Just for anybody, any cop lovers that come here and say, well, maybe they're training. No, there's no training that says when an active shooter is shooting kids that you back away and just take cover.
He's in this classroom right here on the right. Anybody in there? Take cover, guys.
Yeah, let's take cover. Let's protect ourselves and leave the kids out to dry. So while kids are getting killed and bleeding, these guys are hiding, catching their breath. Bad move. And people are going to explain this, that he had a big gun and they were outgunned and they didn't have shields and it wasn't their fault and they tried and it's not fair to say that they were whatever. I mean, it is overwhelming evidence that they dropped the ball and they let kids die to protect themselves. I guess that's the new real man. That's the new real man definition.
All right, Holly. Copy, you hit. Okay. Let's do this. Let's not make a swat. Yeah, like, I mean, get swat.
Okay, so you keep hearing that beep that you're hearing? That means he's not getting through. Now, I don't know if it's because he's in the building or because other people are talking, because it even happens outside. So I'm thinking there's just a lot of radio traffic, and he's trying to get in, and he can't get... I think the way it was explained to me by the Motorola people is your channel is always scanning. When you're on a channel, it scans for certain different codes to make sure the channel's clear before it gives you a connection. And when you know you have a connection, you get that beep, beep. No connection. No connection.
Across from the funeral home. Shot's still going. Shots fired.
There you go. That's connection. No connection.
Uvalde, can you activate the Uvalde SWAT?
Stay right there, guys.
Be contained in this office.
Okay, guys. He's inside this building. We have him contained. He's gonna be...
Yeah, great. You've got a mad shooter who's killing innocent kids unarmed, and you're claiming victory by having him contained. This goes back to a non-tactical mindset. These guys don't go their training. They didn't want to go in. They're I hate to say it, pussies, that they're so used to having 14 cops to beat up an 87-year-old woman that we have cops that can't do anything unless they have an army with them, and then they can be tough and tyrannical.
On the building, on the west side of the property. Careful with the windows, facing east.
Yeah, we don't want you guys to actually engage the shooter. He might shoot at you, and then we'll know where he's at, and we can shoot him. We don't want that to happen.
Right there.
You see a window shot out right there? He's gonna be in that room.
Have a male subject with an AR.
How does he know it's a male subject? He hasn't seen anything. From when he got here, how does he know? Unless he's just using previous information that there was a male subject.
422 also get EMS out here. Possible officer shot.
Now, I think what happened is, you remember when the officers ran back and that one officer kept checking his head, thinking he was shot? I think that's when they called for EMS for them. I mean, you would think at a school shooting, EMS would be rolling anyway. you've got shots fired at a school, EMS ought to be rolling. But when a cop gets possibly hurt, then they roll. And here's where he just kind of stays outside. And I didn't watch the video much further than this because it was like, whatever. He stays outside. He breathes hard. He starts asking for shields. And then he calls back, oh, yeah, have him bring the mirror. And then a few minutes later, oh, yeah, have him bring some flashbangs. And, oh, so he stays outside. He doesn't go inside and direct these guys to go in and get the shooter. This is where the whole thing is failure. Anything that happens after this just promotes their lack of drive, manhood, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, I'm glad this Uvalde thing isn't dying, because this really should wake people up about giving up your guns and allowing the government to decide when to protect you or let you die like caged pigs. Anyway, we'll end that there, and y'all have a good one.